Good morning, students. How are you all? Hope you all are doing good at home. I am also good, students. Very good. Shall we come back to our lesson, the Companies Act? Here we have studied about the last class about the kinds of preferences, isn't it? And when the shares can be issued at a discount, and many kinds of shares we have studied, isn't it? Including the preference shares. Now let us learn share certificate and share warrant. So we know the share will be subscribed by the public by paying the application money, isn't it? So after this they will do the allotment. The public company, whether it is a public company or a private company, any company which is limited by shares, okay, limited liability, that is called limited by shares. Any company, either it is private company or private public company, must issue a share certificate to the shareholders. Okay, if the shares are held under dematerialization system, that we have learnt in commerce. Dematerialization means holding of shares in demat account. Demat account means dematerialization, that is electronic accounting system. Okay, so unless they hold their shares in the demat account, they must have, the shareholders must be given a share certificate. Okay, this if the holders of the share certificate, they hold the share certificate, then they are called the members of the company. They are the members of the company. The members are the owners of the company. Simply we can say they are the shareholders. Those who hold the share certificate, they are the shareholders of the company. So here each share certificate must have a distinctive number. A different number must be given for each share. Okay, only then we can find out which share is which in which person, which shareholder. If some number of shares are sold to other person, then easily we can identify who is having that particular number of share. Okay, so they have to given a distinctive number to each share. Then what is mentioned in the share certificate? What will be given? First of all, they will give the company name. Understand? Then the date of issue, when they issue the date. Then all the details of the member. Maybe his name. Okay, name of the person one who has the share. So their details, maybe their address, contact number, name, surname, full name, everything. Okay, then how many numbers of share he has held? Number of shares. Okay, shares. Then its nominal value, that means the face value. Then if it is the nominal value, how much is paid up? That is called paid up value. Unpaid value, we will call the amount for under 4 installments. First one, application, at the time of application they pay a certain sum of money. Then at the time of allotment, then either one call or two call or three calls. So how much is paid up by in that share? Okay, then its number, its definite number or distinctive number, that is very important. Okay, when this share certificate must be issued to the holder, that means the shareholder, within 3 months of its allotment. After the allotment, within 3 months, they have to issue the share certificate to the shareholder. Okay, after once he has given the share certificate, he is called the member or owner of the company. Okay, then exactly like a share certificate, another document is there that is called share warrant. Share warrant. A slight difference is there between the share certificate and the share warrant. Share warrant is also a negotiable instrument. Okay, they may ask for one word. Okay, what that dash is a negotiable instrument, share certificate or share warrant. Here share warrant is a negotiable instrument. That we know what is the meaning of a negotiable instrument. That means the ownership can be transferred from one person to another. That is called negotiable instrument. This share warrant is a negotiable instrument because it is issued by only by the public limited company. Okay, but a share certificate is issued by both the public and private, but negotiable instrument, sorry, the share warrant is issued by only by the public limited company against the which share, the fully paid shares. Fully paid shares. There we have studied how much is paid up. That means not fully paid up share also they issue the share certificate. Once they make the allotment, the directors will issue the share certificate. That means that shares are not fully paid. But share warrant is issued only to the fully paid shares. Okay, here a company can issue uh, share warrant. There is no compulsion that they have to, that a company must issue share warrant. Okay, but if a company wishes to issue share warrant, they have to get the permission. Okay, they have to get the permission or approval from the central government. Okay, for without the central government's approval, a public company cannot issue the share warrant. And again that issue must be authorized by the articles. Authorized in the articles of the company, articles of association. Okay, articles of the company. Okay, they have to get the prior approval from the central government, and at the same time that the issue of share warrant must be authorized in the articles of association. Here we have studied the share member is called the holder of the share certificate. But here the share warrant, the holder of share warrant is not a member. Okay, but if at all he wants to become a member, he can surrender his share warrant. Okay, he can surrender his share warrant, and the company can issue, he can apply for the issue of share certificate. Okay, the company will issue they will cancel the company will cancel the share warrant. Instead they will issue the share certificate. Okay, and they will enter his name in the register of the company, register of members. Okay, register of members. So if his name is entered in the register of members, then he will become the member of the company. Okay, but we have studied that share warrant, member of share, that holder of share warrant is not a member, isn't it? But in some exemption is there. Okay, if the articles provide, then this share warrant, the holder of share warrant can also become the member of the company, but it must be authorized in the articles of association. Okay, like this share warrant and share certificate, there is another term, share and stock. So you should, here also a slight difference is there. We know what is share, isn't it? It is a share in the share capital of the company, and the same definition, section 2 subsection 46 of the Companies Act defines the term share, that includes stock. We have studied, isn't it? So it includes stock. So what is stock? It is the fully paid shares, nothing. Okay, it is nothing but the fully paid up shares. Stock exchange. Only the fully paid up shares can be exchanged. There again in the share warrant also we have studied. It is a negotiable instrument, only public company issues, and it is issued only for the fully paid shares. The same meaning only for the stock. Stock is the fully paid up shares. Both are share only. Okay, but this shares can be converted into stock. Okay, the shares can be converted into stock, and the stock can be converted into shares. Here one under the Companies Act 2013 has given some provisions. As per this provision, we can change the shares into stock and stock into shares. Okay, provisions of table A. Okay, then article 36 to 39, it has defined the provisions. As per these provisions, the shares can be converted into stock, and at the same time the stock also can be converted into shares, but under some conditions. They have to pass one ordinary resolution. Resolution you will learn in the last lesson. Okay, resolution passing at the time of meeting. Ordinary, special resolution and special resolution you will learn. Okay, so by passing an ordinary resolution in the general meeting, this meeting also you are going to learn in the same lesson. Okay, in the meeting they will pass many resolutions there, that if simple majority, that is called ordinary resolution. If it is in majority, that is called special resolution. So in the meeting they have to accept, okay, that they must pass a resolution, ordinary resolution, with regard to change of share into stock or change of stock into share. And at the same time, for everything, the articles of association must also permit to convert the shares into stock. Okay, then the other document we are going to learn is debentures. Okay, debentures. Debentures. So it is related to the borrowing capacity, borrowing amount of the company from the public, in simple words. Okay, so it is a loan amount or debt. Okay, it is a debt or borrowing. Why they get debt or borrowing? If the share capital or the accumulated profit that is available in the company is not sufficient to run the company, then the board of directors or the members will decide to borrow money either from the public or from the bank or from the any financial institutions. Okay, if they arrange for the borrowing money from the public, that is called debentures. Because at the time of borrowing the amount, the company will issue a document for the receipt of amount. Okay, for the receipt of amount, the company will issue a document that is called debenture. Okay, for this amount they have to pay a fixed rate of interest. Okay, fixed rate of interest. This interest will be payable regularly, maybe annually. Annually it will be payable. even if the company has any profit, if even if it does not have any profit, if the company incurs any loss, even at that time also the debenture holders are entitled to receive their interest, fixed percentage of interest. And sometimes if the debenture amount is a large amount, what they can do, they can mortgage, or they can give a charge on the asset, or as a mortgage they can give, or security, okay, charge on the assets of the company, either movable asset or immovable assets they can give as the charge. Because that is the security for the person who has paid for the company, who has lent money to the company. Okay, the debenture holders are the lenders of the money, and at the same time the borrowers are whom? The company is the borrower. Okay, so they can charge their any asset as the evidence. Okay, that means that we can say they are, if they have given any charge, they are called the secured debt, secured debt or secured debentures. Then some that debenture amount will not be secured, they may not be given any asset as the charge against that amount. Okay, they are called unsecured debentures. Unsecured debentures, only the amount will be repayable. What is the difference between secured debentures and unsecured debentures? The secured debentures are having a charge against the asset of the company. So if the company fails to pay the amount that they have given to the company, then the debenture holders have the right to take over the charge of that asset. Okay, so he has the right to sell the asset, and he can recover the amount that he has paid to the company. Okay, that is secured debentures. But the unsecured debentures do not have any right on the asset of the company. If the debenture holders will be paid, but if the company has not paid the amount, he cannot, they do not have any security. Okay, now some of the features we will learn. Features of the debentures. Main features are the characteristics of the debentures. Okay, debentures, we know it is issued by the company. Okay, debentures are issued by the company. It is like a certificate. It will be issued by the company. It is like a certificate, and with common seal. Okay, with the seal of the company will be there. Okay, with the common seal. And we can say this debenture is a movable property. It is a movable property. And we can say the debenture holders are the creditors of the company. Okay, because they need to pay back the amount that they have given to the company. So like the purchase, what the credit purchases, okay, they have got the money from them, so they have to repay. So until then, those debenture holders are the creditors to the company. Okay, then they have a fixed rate of interest. They carry a fixed rate of interest. And this debenture holders, these debentures will be redeemed after a fixed period of time. Okay, after a fixed period of time it will be redeemed. That means they will be repaid after a fixed period of time. Then we have learned the debentures may be either secured or unsecured debentures. Okay, then the interest that they pay, is chargeable against the profit. That means before the calculating the profit, they have to calculate the interest on debentures. Chargeable, charge against the profit. Okay, and this debenture holders do not have any voting rights. Okay, only the shareholders, the holders of the share certificate, they have the right to vote, but these debenture holders do not have any voting rights. Okay, then even if there is a loss, the interest will be paid to the debenture holders. Okay, even if there is no profit also, the interest must be paid to the debenture holders. Next heading, kinds of debentures. Debentures can be classified under various bases. Okay, on different bases they are classified. The first basis is on the basis of convertibility, conversion, whether they can be converted into shares or what. Okay, so on the basis of the convertibility, the debentures are classified into 4 categories. Okay, the first one, non-convertible debentures. Okay, non-convertible debentures. What is the meaning? These debentures cannot be converted into shares, into equity shares. They remain debentures forever. Okay, they cannot be converted into shares, ordinary shares. Okay, then next category, partly convertible debentures. Partly convertible debentures. Here, a part of this debentures can be converted into equity shares. Okay, in the future period. So, this can be converted after giving a notice. Okay, notice to the holder. Okay, so after giving a notice, these debentures can be converted into shares, equity shares, but partly. That part, that means the ratio of conversion may be of how much percentage can be converted at what time. Okay, that and all will be decided at the time of subscription. At the time of subscription, when they subscribe, when they issue the debentures, no, at the time of issue time itself they will decide. Okay, at what time they can convert these debentures into shares. Okay, so the third category is fully convertible debentures. So here partly it will be convertible and the other part it cannot be convertible. Okay, but here they will be fully convertible into equity shares. But here also they have to convert it after the issuer's notice. Okay, and the ratio also will be decided by the issuer, of the one who issue the debentures, and this also will be decided at the time of subscription. Okay, once they are converted into that equity share, then they will become the members of the company. Okay, members of the company. Then the last variety is optionally convertible debentures. Option, we know, willingness, isn't it? Optionally convertible debentures. Here, who has the option? The investor or the debenture holder. Okay, so his willingness, at his option, he can convert his debenture into shares. Okay, but everything will be decided, because everything will be decided at the time of issue of debentures. That means at the time of subscription. Okay, the shares, the debentures can be convertible into fully paid shares, equity shares. Okay, debentures can be converted into shares. This first one, it cannot be convertible, but it is, second one is partly convertible, and after the issue of a notice by the issuer, and the ratio of conversion will also be agreed at the time of subscription. Okay, then fully convertible shares, debentures. This fully convertible debentures also will be done after the issuer's notice, and once the debentures are converted into shares, then the debenture holders will become the members, because they are converted into equity shares. Then optionally convertible debentures. So it is optional of the investor. If he wishes to convert his shares into his debentures into shares, he can do, but that is also decided by the issuer. Okay, or at the time of issue it will be agreed upon. Okay, that first one, on the basis of convertibility. Next kind is on the basis of security. Here this debentures I have explained to you, secured debentures and unsecured debentures. Okay, the first one is secured debentures. Secured debentures, they have the charge on the fixed assets of the company. Okay, they have a charge on the fixed assets of the company. If the company is not able to pay back the amount of debentures, secured debentures, the secured debenture holders have the right to sell these fixed assets and they can recover their amount. Okay, they can collect their amount. But the second variety is unsecured creditors, just opposite of the secured debentures. Okay, here this unsecured debentures do not have any charge on any assets of the company, so they do not have any right over the assets of the company. So they are considered as the unsecured creditors. Okay, unsecured, like the unsecured creditors, only they have the right to get back their amount, but they do not have any right over the fixed assets or current asset or any type of assets of the company. Okay, that's the second kind, on the basis of security. Third kind is on the basis of redeemability. On the basis of redeemability, the debentures are divided into two: redeemable debentures and irredeemable debentures. We know the meaning, redemption, isn't it? Redeemable debentures. These debentures can be, that means the debentures will be redeemed. That means they will be paid back. Okay, that is called the redemption meaning. It will be paid back after a fixed date, fixed period of time. Okay, it will be redeemed, it will be paid back. So either they will be cancelled or they will be reissued. Okay, so after a fixed period of time, these debentures will be cancelled, they must be paid back. Okay, so they are called the redeemable debentures. Then next one is irredeemable debentures or perpetual debentures. These debentures can be repaid, or it cannot be repaid until the winding up of the company. Okay, as long as the company is a going concern, no one can question its redemption. Okay, but it will be debentures till the end of the lifetime of the company. But at the time of winding up of the company, these debentures will be redeemed. Winding up means at the end of the company, closing of the company. Okay, but this one is not available. Okay, no more in the Companies Act 2013. So this type of debentures should not be issued by a company. Okay, as per the Companies Act 2013, only the redeemable debentures must be issued, because after a fixed period of time these debentures will be redeemed, they will be paid back. Okay, so perpetual debentures or irredeemable debentures are not allowed, cannot be issued by any company as per the Companies Act 2013. Okay, then the last variety is on the basis of registration. On the basis of registration, the debentures may be classified as the registered debentures. Okay, registered debentures. Here, the debentures which are issued and under one person name only, isn't it? So this person's name will be entered in the register of debentures. If the name of the person one who has the debenture is registered in the register of debentures, then he is having the registered debentures. Okay, then that bearer debentures, opposite of the registered debentures are the bearer debentures. Their name may not be entered in the register of debenture holders. They are the just bearer debentures. Here we can call them as the negotiable instrument. Okay, negotiable instrument, because their ownership can be transferred from one person to another person, just transferring the document, transferring the debenture. Okay, if they transfer the share debenture certificate to someone else, then he can become the debenture holder. Okay, so by just transfer of the certificate or share warrant, okay, they can transfer the ownership of the debenture. Okay, so we have studied all the kinds. Then one more heading given, the debentures and the shares. Now with that, if you read, you will understand. Okay, we have studied everything about debentures and everything about shares. Now I will mark down the question answers. The company will have to issue the notice of situation of registered office to the registrar of companies within 30 days from the date of incorporation. C. Okay. How does a person who envisages the idea to form a company called promoter? For which type of capital a company pays the prescribed fees at the time of registration? Authorized capital. Which of the following types of shares are issued by a company to raise capital from the existing shareholders? Right shares. Specify the type of resolution to be passed. Choose the location of registered office of the company within the town or village or city. It is maybe C. Okay, either ordinary or special. We will see this one later. Who can issue stock? A public company. Specify the document which comes under the Negotiable Instruments Act. Share warrant. Shares which are offered to the existing shareholder at free of cost. Bonus share. Shares which are offered first to the existing shareholder at a reduced price. Right share. The Companies Act 2013 prohibits the issue of shares at discount. Okay, who is called the promoter? 261. here promoter. Okay, promoter. One, the person who envisages the idea is called a promoter. Then section 269 defines the term promoter. Promoter means, you can write like this, whose name is entered in the prospectus. Okay, that's all. Then, who has control over the affairs of the company. These 2 points also will enough. What is share? 265. This one. What is share? This paragraph. Okay. Should have equal denomination. Then this one. This also you can write fully. Okay. First line and this one. Definition. What do you mean by equity share? 265. Same page. First point. Those shares which are not called as preference shares are known as equity shares. Then the share of a company which do not have any preferential right with regard to dividend and repayment of share capital at the time of liquidation of a company is called as ordinary share. You write there ordinary, cut ordinary and write there equity share. Okay, these 2 points. What do you understand by preference shares? 265. This one fully. Okay, section 42, this paragraph, meaning of preference share. What is sweat equity share? 266. 266. Sweat equity share. Okay, this paragraph. What is bonus share? 266. This one. Fully. Read, you will understand. Okay. Then what is right share? Next page. 267. This one. Small paragraph. Okay, right share. Private placement, same page, previous heading. Okay, private placement. Define share warrant. 267. Share warrant. Share warrant here. First line, then second point, third point. Okay. What is debenture? Next page, 268. Here, from here till here. Okay, one paragraph. Then 3 mark question. 3 mark question. Distinguish share and stock. Okay. For this one, if you get the guide, refer page number 247. Okay, 247. Otherwise, in 273. See, share and stock. Okay, just I think it may not be very clear. Okay. The capital of a company is divided into small units which are commonly known as shares. Here stock. The conversion of the fully paid up shares of a member into a single fund is called as stock. Is it possible for a company to make original issue? Here yes, it is no. Paid up value. Shares can be partly or fully paid up. Here stock can only be fully paid up. Fourth point, definite number. A share has a definite number known as distinctive number. A stock does not have such number. Then fractional transfer. It is not possible, but it is possible. Nominal value. here they have nominal value, they do not have any nominal value. Denomination, it is in equal amounts. Stock may be unequal amounts. Okay, then what do you understand by issue of securities at premium? 266. Here first point up to premium, then second point the amount of share premium up to here, then this account is capital in nature, so up to here. Okay, if you are willing you can write this either 1, 2, 3 points also. Issue of shares at discount, what condition should be fulfilled? Same page 266, this full paragraph. Okay, issue of securities at discount. Then fourth one, the condition stipulated for capital subscription at the time of promotion, page number 264. This capital subscription third stage, can you see this heading fully? Okay, up to here. Then different kinds of preference shares, next page 265. Kinds of preference shares, okay, fully up to next page, non-participating preference shares. Then long answer, difference between debentures and share. Debentures and share 271. Then different stages in the formation of a company 261. Formation of a company. Okay, then kinds of debentures, you mark. The formalities need to be fulfilled having share capital to commence the business. 4 stages, page number 264. Then difference between share certificate and share warrant. Okay, here you can take this one, share certificate 5 points, share warrant 5 points. Okay, just hold this one and you can write and take. Okay students, this page and this page. Thank you students very much.